Hey there, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So, true story. So I was just brushing my teeth a minute ago, right? And I didn't even realize it, but I had closed my eyes while I was brushing my teeth, which is clearly not something I do every single time, right? But as I did that, and as I became acutely aware of the fact that my eyes were closed, of course I reopened them, but I heard at the same time, so easy, you could do it with your eyes closed, right? Now, what I received behind that, because obviously the things that, not obviously, but the things that we often receive in those types of moments are actually downloads, right? We just kind of brush them off because that's how we've been programmed to negate our divinity, right? But anyway, getting to the point, the thing of it is, the vision and the channeled message that I received behind that is that many of us have innate gifts, right? I mean, everyone has an innate gift of some sort. It's just a matter of uncovering it. But what I receive is that most of us live in the land of self-doubt. Now, that doubt has been ingrained in us through programming, through trauma, through toxicity, and has taken our confidence have taken hits and hits and hits, right? I have a vision of almost like us in a boxing ring, just taking punch after punch after punch. But instead of it being our physical body, it's our actual internal confidence that's been taking the hits, right? So what I receive is that although we can do it with our eyes closed, whatever that proverbial gift is, our confidence has been telling us otherwise. And the reason why we haven't been able to proverbially blow up, right, become that successful juggernaut that we envision ourselves as becoming is because we've had to work on that healing process in the shadows. We had to work on rebuilding our confidence, stripping away that toxic programming that says that we're nothing, that we will never measure up, that we are incapable, that we need to quit while we're ahead is what I receive, right? And so at the same time, we've been questioning ourselves and all of those types of things. But the vision that Spirit gives me is us entering a room in which we feel like we have to walk in with our heads low because we don't feel worthy of being in that circumstance or in that environment. However, once we lift our heads back up, we're going to realize that the people that have been portraying themselves as being the masters of whatever that gift or that field is are actually the students. And that's not to put anyone down because we're all students in certain respects. But what I receive is that when you walk into that room, you are in fact the master of the craft that you have been doubting yourself about. And that's why the world has been waiting for many of us to come out even more so with our gifts, because what I receive is that the masses have been feeding off of inequity, off of what I receive is I had to pause to refocus and receive the actual word. What I receive is subpar, like food, basically. Subpar manna is what I receive. So here's the thing. The powers that be have been portraying themselves to be the gods of today. They have been building structures around themselves. They have been posturing and positioning themselves in such a way that they build their own lands of worship. They call all of their own worshipers, right? When in fact, they were not the ones that were meant to have those positions. And even further, because of the fact that they have been manipulating the systems, manipulating the populace in order for them to be looked at as some sort of royalty, that is why the matrix and the systems are starting to fall apart. And that is why so many of us have been going through such tangible and excruciating healing in the darkness in order to be brought into the light and almost like what I receive is replace those that have been in power. So there's a change of guards that is coming. And coming full circle, because I know I started this off with doing it with your eyes closed, because the level in which you are going to come in at is the top of their capabilities and abilities, right? So your bottom, this sounds weird, but your bottom, the base of your capabilities is the sky, is the ceiling of their abilities. So just imagine that. Just think about it. You can do it with your eyes closed. Continue to heal. Continue to work on your confidence, because the doors are opening. There is a change of guards happening, and those that are at the top will find themselves falling to the bottom if they do not get right and stop trying to abuse their gifts and their power to take advantage of those who are in positions, what I hear is of like lack. Bottom line, keep going. You're going to eventually get there, right? As long as you keep going, if you keep walking, you'll eventually get to your destination. And that's it.